So I was being a half MOD or whatever the fuck I am at my work. And we use like these scanners, a little arcade machine. That's right. We use these little scanners, and I sent someone to go over and watch VR because you know, someone had to go to the bathroom, and this is my pal Fitzy. Fitzy raiders me. He's like, anyone know why the VR scanner is off? Because it turned off. And I'm like, did you try asking it to turn back on? And then, you know, there's dead silence. You look over VR, you see him looking at the scanner, and then the scanner just turns on. So I know he asked it. He actually asked it to come on. And it did. And you just see like the most upset look on his face. From this. I forgot to start the timer, so just forgive me as I kill myself multiple times. So that's a mini story for you.
You're not forgiven,
Bubsy.
but okay.
What's up? Hello?
I said
Derek?
you're not forgiven for.
Why am I not forgiven?
For like killing stuff. I'm here.
Oh. Well, why not, Derek? I've forgiven you for much worse.
Oh, you haven't.
Derek, remember that time where you were like, you were dead set that you weren't a weeb? You know what? No, Derek, remember that time that you were a weeb? I've forgiven you for that. I think that's the greatest forgiveness anyone could ever ask.
Well, I mean, at the time you're talking about, I wasn't.
All right, but now I've forgiven you for being a weeb now.
Been over this.
Okay, but now I've forgiven you for being a weeb now. How the fuck are you supposed to do this? I don't understand. Alright. Seriously, I don't understand how you're supposed to do this. That just doesn't seem to be possible. Okay. I did it, I guess. Awesome. Anyhow, Derek, what do you got on the story list today?
Know. Well, there you go. You did it.
I did. No thanks to...
No, not really.
I mean, nothing really. Come on, Derek, you've been living a party. What about that time you went to a club?
That was cosplay true. It wasn't that entertaining.
That's not true. We have like 9 stories. At least 9 stories came from there. Oh my god. Why? Why do they hate me? That was horrible. And this checkpoint, it's so far away. Derek?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, not much has been really happening for me lately.
Well, you know, weren't you, like...
No, I can't think of a single entertaining thing that happened today.
Didn't you go to the woods?
I spent all of today so far at work, and then I came home, and
what
then just like worked on trying to build a new magic deck.
Yeah, for me.
Which
for whatever reason
mostly failed.
Some reason you've got this crazy idea that
that one's already set up.
That I wanted a magic deck.
Yours is good. Yours is yours is already put together and like good to go.
I can't wait to play Magic View and activate a card that prevents you from ever playing Magic again.
No fetishes.
God fucking damn, that is super tight.
Alright, well, like that Zinker, that there are several decks in Modern that do that.
That prevent you from playing Magic again?
You basically well, you prevent the other person from basically playing Magic for the rest of the match.
I can't wait for the card that makes you start to play a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel to determine the winner of this Magic Duel. I mean, it doesn't. I'm sure it'll just... If Magic was smart, that would be in one of their joke decks.
Well... Well, okay, Zinker, there's a couple of cards, some of them are in joke decks, some of them are real, that cause both players to start a new game. One of them causes both players to start a new game under the table. And at the end of that game, it gives some beneficial effect to the current game that is actually going on.
I hate that point so much, and I don't know how I'm supposed to get past it. What?
There's also a very
you.
popular, very strong card that is heavily played in one of the best modern decks in existence. That one of its effects restarts the game.
It just restarts the game. Okay, that's a consistent way to deal with that.
Well, it doesn't just restart the game. It usually when it restarts the game, it also restarts it with additional things in play on your side. So more likely than not, you're probably gonna win.
Magic sounds stupid.
That being said, I have seen people lose after restarting the game, starting with additional things.
Magic sounds stupid. Oh, this isn't Bioshock. This is Bubsy.
No, it's just Magic gives you a lot of funny things you can do that are actual real plays.
That's not fun. That's not. Magic is such a slow game, and then you can just restart the game.
Well, Zinker, when you restart the game, more likely than not, it's going to be done in like 2 or 3 turns.
Don't call me Oinker, you stupid fucking woolly bitch. Anyhow, sorry.
Or less.
What's up?
The deck that plays that is the deck that plays that card is usually playing the long game anyways, where they're probably they're usually not going to win in the first couple turns. Anyways,
that game in Yu-Gi-Oh! Wouldn't even be that, like, that card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Wouldn't even be that bad, but that just sounds boringly slow in fucking Magic. In Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything happens a bit faster.
It's not.
Which, sometimes
it's a very fast, Zinker. It's an incredibly rare card for that effect to ever take place in the first place. It's very common. Used. It's not very common. That effect is what wins you the game.
You just said it's
because
a very
popular card. The deck that plays it has
card.
so many other better ways to win the game.
You just said it's a very popular card, but suddenly
the card has multiple
doesn't make Magic look good. So you're like, I don't, you know, like I see your fucking tricks, Derek. I see them.
The card has multiple. Zinker, the card has 3 effects on it.
Okay.
The first 2 are the more useful ones. That one, it just happens to be if you end up being able to use it, good.
Why does it have a 3?
You shouldn't have gotten this far in the first place, but since you did.
That was just a warm-up.
Okay. So, let me explain to you how Planeswalkers in Magic work. Because I have to explain that first.
Planeswalker.
So Planeswalker is a card that comes into play with a set number of counters on it, and then they usually have usually have 3 abilities. Some have more, some have less. So this particular one comes into play with, I think, 6 counters on it. No, 7. It comes in with 7 counters on it. It has 3 abilities. One of them adds 4 counters to it. One of them subtracts 3 counters from it, and then the one that restarts the game
Hello? Oh good, he disconnected. We don't have to hear the story no more. This is the only time I've been glad he's crashed. The only time. Like, it's great. Thank you. There is a guide. He's shown us. Anyhow, Magic sounds like a fucking broken game. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is broken too, but at least it's fast. So you can get to actually do your stuff. You know, but it sounds like Magic, you just don't get to do anything. Oh, pies. Alright, hey, we're back, all fam. We're back. Playing Bubsy. And we were talking about, well, nothing very fun or interesting, so we'll just talk about how did this place manage to be creepier than a UFO base? I don't know. Whoa, where are we? I figured I'd do one of these levels. What? Oh. I'm sorry. I can't. Derek?
Yes, I'm here.
It's just very quiet, man. Why are you so quiet today?
I
Come on, buddy.
every day.
You're not normally that quiet. I can't tell if I can't hear Derek because Derek?
It's so loud.
Yeah, I know, that stupid little thing. I hate that. That might be why I can't hear him. That and this just apparently hates me. No, I can't really do anything to fix it. Great. Alright, well, can mute that. Just me and you, Derek. Me and you together forever. Listening to each other say things.
And ever.
Alright, so fucking magic. What were you talking about, magic?
Well, I was telling you about this fancy creature that restarts the game. That you were. But restarts the game, but that's boring.
That is boring, yeah. It's not so much boring, it just...
He has 3 modes.
Yo, honestly, hold on.
Yeah.
It all connects together. I understand why you like Melodious so much now. It's a stall deck, just like everything in Magic.
Not everything in Magic. I also.
You're talking about something that's a popular card. Where they restart the entire fucking game.
In Zinker, it's played in. Well, that's not the main plan of the deck. That's one of the many plans of winning, but that's not like the main idea.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
The main idea of the deck is to start removing your lands on turn 3, and then on turn 5 swing with a creature that exiles half your deck or almost half your deck and deals half your life and damage. That's what the plan of that deck is.
But when do you start the game first to get that creature? Ow.
But anyways, the creature doesn't restart the game at all. This is a different. The plan isn't to the main plan of the deck isn't to restart the game. That is just that is like a fallback plan or like a second
Your
option. Your
fallback plan is to restart the game. So you're saying is it isn't even the main strategy? It's not even like the main gimmick of this. It's just the fallback plan. Like just in case things go awry, might as well play the whole game again, because.
Well,
the other person doesn't deserve to win.
You're not playing the whole game again.
It doesn't sound like you're playing the game again. Yeah, are you really playing a game, or is it just like an endless loop?
Okay, so let me. No, it's not an endless loop, though. You could make it one.
So it is an endless loop. It's not an endless loop, but you could make it one. So basically, it's an endless loop. That's what I'm hearing.
It's not an endless loop. It's just unless you want it to be.
So you can literally make someone forever.
Be endless. Well, no. Zinker, what will happen is you'll be given a game loss by a judge for slow play.
This explains Derek's Melodious deck so well. Literally, what he does is he stalls you out forever. Then he uses a card to make it so you can't even beat him by killing him anymore. You have to do something completely different, which is destroy his undestroyable monster.
My monsters.
Yeah. Stall. Oh my god! It all makes sense. This is why Derek doesn't like Yu-Gi-Oh that much. You can't stall anyone out. Yu-Gi-Oh things actually happen.
I don't like playing 2-turn games. Or
Yu-Gi-Oh is usually like a 6 to 10 turn game.
I prefer my games to be like 3 or 4 turns at least.
Yu-Gi-Oh is like a 6 to 10 turn game, unless you get really unlucky. Or really lucky in the case of the fucking dice deck. Derek, we have had more...
It's not 6 to 10 turns.
It is 6 to 10 turns, yeah.
Zinker, let me put it this way. Magic is... Or modern and Magic is generally like 3 to 5. unless things are real competitive, unless you just happen to be able to like hack each other over enough, in which case it might take up to like 10, but it's about the same pacing.
If I just stand here and hold
By
the
your
X button, will I beat it? If I literally make effort to move. Oh my god. It's playing itself. I'm not doing anything. Oh shit, okay, fuck. Alright, so at that point you have to play a little bit. I wonder how much I can play, like how little I actually have to play this game in order to win. Okay, I moved. That was on me.
Anyways, but by your claim, then Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh have similar pacing. In which case, I don't know why you're complaining that Yu-Gi-Oh's slow, or that Magic is slow.
Yeah, but by your logic, then there's no reason for you to prefer Magic over Yu-Gi-Oh. You can't make that argument if you were you're saying I don't want Yu-Gi-Oh to be so quick. So you can't be like, well, the pacing is the same, but also use your primary complaint of complaining between the two games as the pacing is different.
Zinker, first off, I don't agree with what you're saying the pacing is. But if the pacing is as you say it is, then you're agreeing with me in that it's the same. It's about the same as the pacing for Magic. In which case, you have no reason to hate Magic for being too slow.
No, you're saying Magic. You're saying you prefer your games to be 3 or 4 turns at least. Yu-Gi-Oh is at least 3 or 4 turns. There's very few instances where, I mean, you can 2-turn in Yu-Gi-Oh, but I think you can 1-turn in Magic is something you said, which is fucking ridiculous. I guess you could do it in Yu-Gi-Oh if you played an Exodia deck and got the most extraordinarily lucky draw of your entire lifetime. But
well, Magic takes that as well. I think in Modern, the best you could probably do would be like turn 2.
Wait,
and that's with like one deck that that's like 2 decks I can think of off the top of my head with perfect luck.
Hold on. What do you mean by turns? Like, if I go and then you go, is that 2 turns or is that 1 turn?
So I start turn 1. I play my stuff. I pass. You play a land. You play something. You play something or you don't play something. You pass. Then I go with my turn. I win on that turn, assuming no interaction from you.
So that's turn 3.
The slightest bit of interaction could easily stop me from doing like anything. I start turn 1,
you go turn 2, I do turn 3, and I would have understood.
Magic doesn't go by Magic doesn't count turns like that.
I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh does either. Oh wait. No, that's what. All right, how we counting turns? Are you turn 1 and then I'm turn 2?
I'm turn 1, then you have your turn 1, then I have my turn 2, and you have your turn 2.
So okay, then Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh are not the same pacing. I mean like turn 6 being my 3rd turn or your 3rd turn, essentially.
Okay.
There we go. That was an important clarification.
Yes, that is a lot closer than what I previously thought you meant.
Okay, so yeah, so Magic is slow as balls. Got it. Actually, no, that means Magic competitively is equal to Yu-Gi-Oh's pacing, because your a 3 to 5 turn would be 6 to 10 turn in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Is yes.
Okay.
Competitive Magic is yes.
Well,
competitive Magic is like the one time
why you're upset how stuff happens too fast in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, because that's the only way that happens in Yu-Gi-Oh. You can play Magic, or Magic has so many less competitive formats,
Derek,
where it's
you have the Melodious deck. You fucking know. Like, Derek, fast. You dueled with me. You know there are duels that just go on for 60 turns, and we're both just like, I just want it to end.
Well, that's because I'm like the one person who makes that happen.
You're not the one person that makes it happen. You are not the first person. Well, actually, you might be the first person.
Well, no, but
you're not the only person I've dueled where it's gone on for multiple turns.
I'm one of the few people who plays a deck that will make that happen.
Fuck, my controller died, and you know what? This episode is over, so just like that, it's all over. Yeah.